Alright, so the biggest question that is yet to be answered is who will portray the Dark Knight in the DCU. Many fancasts have been going around and picking up steam, but none of them are close to a confirmation on whether or not they're getting the role. Looking at the criteria and the most popular fan cast, I think I know who should play Batman in the DCU. Hey everybody, my name is Omario. I do YouTube videos about anything related to comic books, movies, TV shows, video games, and honestly, anything that fits the nerdy, geeky vibe of this channel. If that sounds good to you, subscribe to the channel, as I do have a goal of 10 subscribers before 2026. So don't forget to sub to the channel and help me reach my goal. Also, turn on notifications so that you never miss a single video. If you enjoyed the video at any point, please give the video a like, comment your thoughts down below, and don't forget to share the video with anyone you know who will vibe with the channel. Any type of support is really appreciated. But with that out of the way, let's get into the video. In order to find the perfect casting, we need to look at the existing criteria that is out there. All we know is that the actor needs to be in their mid-30s to early 40s due to the fact that Batman's first movie will be him and Damian Wayne, his son, which eliminates any young Batman storylines and young actors. Actors must be around 6 foot, could be taller or could be shorter, but can't be significantly shorter or taller. Actors must be in shape, though being in shape could mean practically many body types. This one is not 100% sure, but white European ethnicity is most likely a must, but recent trends show that it's not really that big of a deal. That is all we know, but that is just way too broad to speculate on who could get the role. I want to add other stuff to the criteria that I want from a particular actor. First is an extremely diverse acting skill set. You are not just playing Batman, you are also playing Bruce Wayne. I want someone who can impose fear, intellectuality, hope, sadness, etc. We never really got a live action adaptation that displayed the best aspects of both Batman and Bruce Wayne. It doesn't mean that it was always a one-dimensional performance from all of these actors, but you could clearly tell that they're playing either role significantly better than the other. I want someone that could rival Kevin Conroy's Batman. Yes, it seems impossible. Yes, he only voiced Batman, so he has the advantage of not needing to be looking like Batman or do his stunts. But that doesn't mean that there isn't someone with the right script and direction that can come close or maybe even surpass Kevin Conroy. It's a high bar that looks impossible to beat, believe me. But if we're not trying to do better adaptations, what's the point? Second thing I want is charisma for both Batman and Bruce Wayne. Think of Christian Bale's Bruce Wayne, Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man, Sean Connery's James Bond, Johnny Depp's Captain Jack Sparrow. These are actors that gave their characters life. These characters can attract people with their personalities, influence people's decision and way of thinking. Most importantly, is that they inspire others to be and do better. If Batman is just feared or Bruce Wayne is just silly, then I don't want that. And I think no one wants that either. Third is having an athletic build. In shape can be average, but believe me, Batman is far from average. If you read any of Batman's feats or stats, you'll realize how ridiculous the numbers are. He doesn't have to be built like The Rock or Ronnie Coleman, but he has to have a body that will allow him to perform or looks like it will allow him to perform at the highest level. Think of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man shape or Brad Pitt's Fight Club physique. Maximizing your frame and genetics, not too big and not too small. Fourth is the ability to perform fighting choreography. It isn't the biggest must for me, but if an actor can perform their fighting scenes and stunts like Tom Cruise, Jackie Chan, or Bruce Wayne, then it should be a major plus for the actor. He doesn't need to do every single stunt, but at least some of the easier ones. Last, and certainly not least, is the unpopularity of the actor. I don't want to be looking at a huge Hollywood star that takes me out of the movie. It's very rare to see a megastar actor, let's say like Leonardo DiCaprio, that is super talented and popular and make you believe that you're watching Batman. It's just super rare. And look, popular actors are not bad actors, But what are the chances you see a situation where the most popular actor portraying the most popular character does it justice? Not a lot of times, and I don't want to take the chance with Batman in the DCU. So to remind you, if we're including my wants, the criteria is mid 30s to early 40s, around 6 feet, white European ethnicity, diverse acting skills, charismatic, athletic build, ability to perform fighting choreography and stunts, and an unpopular actor. Looking at that criteria, I want to look at some of the fan casts I've seen and give it an opinion if they can play Batman or they can't. First is Alan Ritchson. At 42 years old, he is known for his role in Reacher, Thad Castle in Blue Mountain State, and Raphael in the Michael Bay Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live-action movies. Alan is 6'3" and walks around 235 to 240 pounds. He has a muscular physique that looks both imposing and functional at the same time. Is he a good candidate? Honestly, if I put him on a scale 1 to 10, I'd give him a 5 out of 10. I don't see him playing Batman. He doesn't look like Bruce Wayne, nor do I believe he could bring the charisma he needs. He's too big in my opinion. He looks like Bane more than Batman. He is charismatic to a point and has decent acting range, but not the best. I also don't think he can pull off certain moves or certain scenes, and he's getting extremely popular by the second. He's not a choice, but I will say this. He is the best, worst option out there. Second is Jensen Ackles. He's popular for his role as Dean Winchester in Supernatural. He's also recognized for playing Soldier Boy in The Boys, Eric Brady on The Days of Our Lives, Jason Teague in Smallville, and for his acting work, including the role of Red Hood, Jason Todd in Batman Under the Red Hood, and Batman himself in Batman The Long Halloween. He is 47 years old, 6 feet 1 inches tall, and weighs around 190 pounds. Overall, I'd give him a 6.5 out of 10. He is the worst best option. He isn't the terrible option like Alan Ritchson, but he would be my last option. The thing that turns me off with Jensen Ackles is that he is extremely popular and he's 47 years old. I prefer someone who's 5 to 10 years younger. And also, I don't think he is as versatile as many people say he is. He's arguably the most charismatic actor in this list, don't get me wrong, but I just don't see him being able to bring the fear factor that I want or the emotions in certain scenes that I feel like Jensen lacks in a lot of projects. He's not a bad choice, but not a good one either. Third is Henry Cavill. At 43 years old, he is famous for being Superman in the DCEU from 2013 to 2022, as well as playing the title character Geralt of Rivia, I don't know how to say his name, in The Witcher. He is also recognized for portraying Spy Napoleon Solo in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. and Sherlock Holmes in the Enola Holmes films. He is 6'1" inches tall and is around 210 pounds. I would give him honestly a 6.9 out of 10, or a D+. He's in a way similar to Jensen Ackles. He is known for Superman, and people might see Superman and not Batman. If I'm not mistaken, he has also, not have the best ties with DC. So I don't think Henry wants to do big roles in DC like Batman. He's focused on his own projects that he has, and I don't think DC would want to deal with him again interfering and suggesting on how they should do a certain character. He's not a bad option at all, but Henry is a little bit overrated when it comes to the acting department, and I just want to eliminate any chance of confusion for the DCU. Fourth is Randy Orton, the legend killer himself, the Viper, the one and only Randy Orton. He is 6 feet 5 inches tall and weighs around 275 pounds. Damn. He also is 45 years old. I'm giving it an F, straight up, 3 out of 10. I just don't trust Randy trying out Batman. He doesn't have any movies really under his belt. He looks like Alan Ritchson. He doesn't look like him, but when I say that, I mean he's more fitting to play Bane more than Batman. I think he would do an amazing Bane. He has this mean face, this intimidation, and with the right script, you can make it sound like he's very intelligent. I would stay away from it, but it would be the most funniest thing if he did get the role of Batman and Bruce Wayne. Fifth is Robert Pattinson. He is 39 years old, acknowledged for playing iconic characters like Edward Cullen, Twilight Saga, I don't know how to say his name in Harry Potter, but also he has done like projects like The Lighthouse and Christopher Nolan's Tenet, and obviously Matt Reeves' The Batman. He is 6'1" tall and is around 180 pounds. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10, a B minus. Robert is extremely talented and has proved that he is essentially one of, if not the best adaptation of Batman there ever was on the big screen. If James wants an easy pick, Pattinson is an easy choice to pick, and a good choice to pick. You know how good he is in the role, it's just a matter of wanting to fit him in the DCU. 6 is Brendan Sklenar. Popular roles are Spencer Dutton in 1923, and as Atlas in the 2024 film Ends With Us. He is 35 years old, and he's 6 feet 2 inches tall. He weighs around 200 pounds, and I'd give him a 7 out of 10. He's a decent choice. He has most of the things Pattinson has, but he is significantly less popular, which works on his favor, but less versatile acting skills, which doesn't work on his favor. He looks like it, and he could definitely act like it. He isn't the best choice, but he should be in the conversation. My only worry is that he can only pull off serious tones, which hurts his case, but I still do think that he's a good option, and he's someone that could eventually get it right with a couple of movies and repetitions. 7th is Scott Eastwood. He is 39 years old, realized for being the son of famous actor and director Clint Eastwood, and he's also known, believe it or not, for his acting career in movies like The Longest Ride, Suicide Squad, The Fate of the Furious, and The Outpost. He is 5'11" and weighs around 180 pounds. I would give him again an F, 4 out of 10. He is arguably the worst actor I've mentioned other than Randy Orton. No charisma, no range, he just looks pretty. He looks like the character, but I need more than that. Scott should never be the main guy in any project, honestly. 8th is Glenn Powell. He's 36 years old and plays leading roles in successful films like Top Gun Maverick, Anyone But You, and Twisters. He's 6 feet tall and around 190 pounds. I would give him a 6 out of 10, a D minus. The best way I could describe Powell to me, he is Scott Eastwood, but better or more tolerable. I still don't like the idea of Glenn Powell because he just doesn't have, again, a lot of these actors, they don't have the fear factor that I think they can pull it off. I think he'd do a great Bruce Wayne, don't get me wrong. I just don't see him being taken serious as Batman. Lastly is Jake Gyllenhaal. His best roles are in Donnie Darko, Brokeback Mountain, Nightcrawler, and Prisoners. He is 44 years old, stands at 6 feet tall, and weighs around 185 pounds. I would give him a 7 out of 10. Honestly, no, a 7.9 out of 10. He is one of, if not the best options that I have here, but he's still good and not a great option. He's up there in age, and he is by far the most popular option, and he's also a Hollywood icon. He has the ability to make you believe that he's Bruce Wayne, but he's simply too popular, and I think that might work against him. He's super talented enough, so don't get me wrong, he could overcome the popularity issue. He's a safe option, but I just don't believe he's the best option. So, who do I think is the best pick? Ultimately, the person that should play Batman should be an unknown. My wish pick would have been Scott Adkins, who's popular for playing Boyka. He would have been my perfect choice, but the issue is he's too old at 49 years old and doesn't have any longevity. It may be hard to find the right candidate, but I honestly think they should just take their time to find the perfect cast. They cannot mess it up. This shouldn't be a case like the role like Lobo, for example, and Jason Momoa, where you have no problem just casting your buddy and doing no auditioning. Do an auditioning. Get an unknown with some legitimate experience. Make sure you get an actor that can fulfill the criteria. And I don't have a specific actor in mind because that would take me weeks or months of the job of casting directors, which I am severely underqualified. In conclusion, if I have to choose from the fan cast, I'm definitely going with Sklenar and Jake Gyllenhaal as my best fan cast. They have everything that I really want. It's just that they have simple issues that I am not sure if I believe they can fix. Jake Gyllenhaal with the popularity and Sklenar with very, diverse acting skills. in the end of the day, whether they're going to cast Glennar, Gyllenhaal, or an unknown, they should do an auditioning. And if Glennar or Gyllenhaal wants it, they should audition too. That is it for the video. That is the end of the video. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Please like the video if you do like the video. Share it with anyone you know who likes this type of content. Comment down below your thoughts and your opinions on who you think should be Batman in DCU. And please subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so that you don't miss a single video, and you help me reach my goal, which is 10 subscribers before 2026. Have a good rest of your day and see you next video.